Yo, what's going on, guys? Sekapoko here, bringing you another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. For this, we're doing the one thing that a lot of people have wanted to do since they started playing this motherfucking game. They wanted to build an all Strawhat Legend team that was actually good. So we're going to try to build this all Strawhat Legend team, put it together, coordinate it, feed it, and we're going to be Blackbeard Forest with it. Let's do it. Way to start today, man. Oh, Fat Fishman. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Oh! All right, guys. So let's go over the team that we were using for the Strawhat Showcase. For this showcase, we'll be using Snake Man Luffy as the captain, and the linchpin for this whole fucking team, by the way, to work, is level 5 support Ivankov. No, there is no fucking replacement. Get off me, bro. If you did not know, Ivankov's support ability allows Ivankov to, at level 5, remove 99 turn plus on any poison or toxic, which is the whole reason this team works. Then we got Nami, who is our Orb Boost Color Affinity Damage Booster. Then we got Sanji coming in with a 2.25 Type Booster for Fighter because he's a Straw Hat. I could be using the other guy. I could be using Sanji, but to be honest, I already have like lots of chain boosts from Snake Man, so why bother? And then we got Frankie as a 2.25 Type Booster for the stage we're going to be using him for. And then of course we have Brooke, who is our healer that I accidentally fuck up on Kappa. So it is a very, very funny team, and I hope you guys enjoy the showcase. All right, guys, for this showcase, we're going to be doing, of course, the Straw Hat Showcase. And one of the things that's really hard about this showcase, of course, is I'm using a team that doesn't perfectly synergize, and it's not like my favorite team in the world, but it does provide a lot of interesting boosts. So overall, the team, as you can see, gets a lot of matching orbs, and that's because of Luffy's beneficial orb enables, Sanji's, and Frankie's, and you get a lot of really cool things there. And of course, Brooke has some beneficial enables as well that does boost the team out. Now, the thought process here for going through the forest is there's not really going to be a ton of things that I'm worried about until very much later in the forest, and I'm actually going to have a lot of HP to go through it. And Nami's the paralysis removal is really helpful for the Anal stage. Going through the Lucci stage as well as some of the other stages here, I don't really have a ton of trouble because the damage value on a 3.25 captain is actually pretty darn high, so I don't have to worry at all. Nice thing is here, we of course have limit break sockets to get rid of anti-heal, so I don't have to worry about that as well. So going through, it's nice. I do have the Sunny ship, of course, for the whole Straw Hat team, just because I thought it would be the best ship to showcase for an all Straw Hat Legend. So recently on the Japanese version, we got this thing called the new support abilities, and what they do is, you'll see here, is that each unit can have a support ability, and that can basically dock in their character, and that allows them to use that ability and get something mechanic out of it. And of course, Ivankov here is going to remove the entire poison that I have in my team. The next difficult stage we're going to fight is going to be the stage with Garp and Sengoku, and as well as Hina and Smoker. And this is actually one of the toughest stages in the forest because you get that % damage cut the entire team for 99 turns. And the only way to remove it is by killing Sengoku. And the character you usually would stall on here is Garp, and Garp hits pretty darn hard, so you do have to be a little bit careful if you are going to stall here. And this is kind of your reset stage in order to get your specials back, but is a very difficult stage to reset your specials on. So definitely, if you're doing this force with this team, this is not really a recommended team, but it does work, which is really funny. The two things to note about this stage is that when Hina dies, Hina is going to do death mechanic, and when Smoker dies, he also has a death mechanic. So just looking at the fight, I think Hina is going to shuffle your orbs, or Smoker's going to shuffle yours, one of the two, and then the other one's going to lock your orbs for a few turns. So whatever they randomize your orbs to, you're going to keep those orbs for a certain amount of turns, and that makes it a little bit more difficult to play on this room. Looks like, yeah, so Hina is the one that locks your orbs for 3 turns, and then Smoker's the one that shuffles. There we go. And otherwise, you're just stalling on the stage for Garp. Garp hits pretty darn hard. It's like 15,000 every 3 turns. So you gotta have a sizable amount of HP or a captain with a damage reducing ability in order to stall out well. And the problem is that he actually had too much. I was actually doing too much damage to stall on him to try to use Pen Shield with it. So it was a little tough to get all the HP up. But eventually, I did have to kill him and get to the next room. Unfortunately, this is where I screw up, and I accidentally used Brooke, and I killed him with Brooke. And I wasn't expecting to, and I forgot that once you go into the next room, Luffy's going to cut your HP by 90%, and this is where I get fucked up. So otherwise, all I have to do here is kill Luffy and Ace at the same time, and we go to the next room. So I do have to pop some specials here, but normally what I should have done is pop my Brook afterward, and we should have been okay. Otherwise, Luffy and Ace have about 1.4 million HP each, so they don't have a ton of HP, but they do have enough where you kind of have to pop both specials. And the reason also you want to do here is that you'll notice that I also have a beneficial orb enable on my characters, and that is also a very needed thing when going into the next room. The reason you need a beneficial orb enable when going to the next room is that right when you enter the next room, Luffy is going to give you a beneficial orb enable for 99 turns, which is going to give you badly matching orbs for, I think it was like 99 turns, something like that, or 19 turns, I think. I think it's 19 turns. But if you have a beneficial orb enable on already, it makes it so that that negative beneficial orb enable that Luffy gives you does not actually trigger. So it's a really, really helpful thing when going into this room, and it makes it so that you don't have to stall on this stage. It makes life a lot easier. So I definitely recommend bringing some kind of beneficial orb enable into the room. Both Brook and Luffy do that, so you do have 3 characters on your team that actually can do that. The only thing here is that I kind of want to stall 1 turn for Luffy so that he can get back up. And the nice thing about Snake Man that I just noticed after running this is that the tier 1 is on a 6-turn cooldown, so you'll have 3 turns on the tier 2 special, and then after that you have to stall 1 turn, and then there's a preemptive and another turn, and you can actually have Snake Man up. So you only have to stall 1 turn to make sure that you have both captain actions back up. So that's actually kind of cool. I didn't know that about Snake Man Luffy. So he actually does have some more benefit than I gave him credit for initially. So the thought is that Nami Orb Boost with color affinity, and then a 0.7 chain boost from Gear 4, and then another, and then the other love from Gear 4 is enough to kill Blackbeard in 1 hit. Let's find out. Uh-oh. 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 Oh! First try! Let's go! Alright guys, let's go ahead and do the team breakdown for the showcase. First off, of course, we have the new Snake Man Luffy. Snake Man Luffy is a phenomenal unit. Of course, he has a max limit break HP at 4,330 HP, 1,845 attack, and of course 372 recovery. And my stats, I had an extra 200 candy on the on both HP and attack, and that totaled out at 2045 attack. So pretty high. His captain ability is reduce the cooldown of all specials by 1 turn at the start of the fight, and boost the attack of all characters by 3.25 and their HP by 1.35, of course making Dex and Int orbs beneficial for all characters. If you use his special ability for 3 turns, this Luffy boosts attack of all characters by 4 times. So if you pop both Luffys, obviously it will pop for 4.25 for both, but 4 going to 4.25 for both. But if you pop 1 Luffy, it is only going to be for that Luffy. It'll actually also boost your attack by 4.25 after the 3rd perfect in a row. So you have to hit 3 consecutive perfects, and then you go to a 4.25 type boost. So, captain boost. So that is actually an extremely powerful captain ability. It is one of the most powerful captain abilities in the game. And as far as an improvement over the original Gear 4, I think the original Gear 4 boosted HP by 1.25 or 1. Yeah, there's 1.25, and the 1.35 HP boost is actually a sizable boost. And in this team, I rock about 50,000 HP with a Going Merry. So I mean, with the Sunny. So that ship has no HP boost, and it is a huge amount of HP that you have on this team. His special ability for the tier 1, which you do see me use at 1 time in the room, deals 150 times character attack in typeless damage 1 enemy. I think that's wrong, because I didn't and I actually did the special damage earlier in the run and later in the run. It was like 43,000 damage on the tier 1 special, and it wasn't the full 150 times, which is like way more than that. So I think that is actually wrong in the database. So I'll DM Solaris that later and see if he wants to check it or change it. But it provides a 1.5 times orb boost for 1 turn and a 0.3 times chain boost. If your captain is Luffy or friend captain is Luffy, makes all colored orbs matching or beneficial for 3 turns. And this is really, really, really good, especially when paired with the new with Legend Brook, because Legend Brook has some other orb manipulation or beneficial enable abilities that make this really awesome. But having all colored orbs matching for 3 turns, whether it's on a tier 1 special or a tier 3 special, is really, really, really good. I think that is probably the strongest part of the Luffy's kit, is that he can make orbs beneficial for 3 turns, even on the turn tier 1 special. So that's really good. Stage 2 special is a 150 times attack, and then of course a 0.7 times chain boost, as well as for 3 turns and 1.75 times. A 0.7 chain boost for 3 turns and a 1.75 orb boost for 1 turn. And if during that turn you hit 3 perfects, you actually go up to a 2 times orb boost in the following turn. So basically, if you hit 3 perfects in one room and then go to the next room, it will bring 2 times orb boost in that next room. I don't use that mechanic in this showcase, but you know, that's just there. Luffy's also gonna, if he's your captain or friend captain, he's gonna give you all colored orbs mashing and for all characters for 3 turns, or beneficial for 3 turns. Sorry about that. We got 6+ Frankie, who maxes out at about 5k HP and has almost the same amount of attack as Luffy. Mine, of course, has about 20 attack because of the max limit break and max candies. His special ability is going to be cut the current HP of all enemies by 10% and randomize all non-matching orbs, including block orbs. And if there are 3 enemies on the stage, boost the attack of fighter, slasher, shooter, striker characters by 2.25 for 1 turn. Otherwise, a 2 times boost. So pretty much every time you're going to be using Frankie in a force, he's going to be a 2.25 times boost. The other added bonus that you get with Frankie, of course, is you're going to make quick orbs beneficial for shooter, fighter, slasher, and striker characters. And seeing how every character on my team is a shooter, fighter, striker, or slasher character, I'm going to get it Dex beneficial enable, Int beneficial enable for my captain, and then quick beneficial enable from Frankie, which is really, really strong. Next, we got Dex Waifu Nami. And Dex Waifu Nami, of course, unfortunately maxes out at 1589 attack with an extra 200 candies at 1789 attack. So one of the lower end attacks was not great, but it is what it is. A nice thing about Nami is that she's going to reduce paralysis by 1 turn on my team, which is very helpful, and of course makes Dex orbs beneficial for all characters. Now, the Dex Orb beneficial enable for all characters isn't super helpful on a Snake Man team, but is, you know, good on most teams. If your captain is a free spirit, cerebral, powerhouse, or driven character, she's going to boost the color affinity of all those types by 1.75, and then also boost the orb effects of those types by 2 times. So you get a 2 times orb boost and a 1.75 color affinity boost, and that's why people love her as one of the best support legends in the game. Next, we got Legend Brook. Yay, just pulled him. Legend Brook is one of those legends that not a lot of people do use, and I would think of him as a zombie character and kind of a weird thing, but not a lot of people do have him. And on the Big Mom Sugo Fest, people may have pulled Brook, may have pulled Big Mom, and it's kind of in between. But there are 2 things that make this Brook an amazing character. The first thing is that he makes recovery and tandem beneficial for everyone. So he's Zunisha's by himself. That's awesome. The next thing he does is he has a 14,344 heal, reduce all damage taken by 90% for 1 turn, and then makes all colored orbs matching for 2 turns, which is really cool as well. Now, the colored orbs matching thing isn't super helpful in a lot of rooms, but it is helpful sometimes so that you don't have to deal with certain things. If the enemy is with highest maximum HP is below 434,000, defeat all enemies. Yeah, you just wave clears. It's like Coliseum Shiryu and that kind of effect. And then otherwise it's going to delay all enemies for 1 turn and cut each enemy's HP by 20%. Now, I don't get to use that part of the special. I kind of was using him just as a healer, but because I couldn't really use another Straw Hat. I wanted to use another Straw Hat as a healer, but Brook was all I could use because of the showcase, so it is what it is. And last on the list, we got V2 Sanji. V2 Sanji, of course, is going to max out at 1775 attack, and he's going to have an extra 200 attack, making him at 1975 attack. The thing with Sanji's kit is that if he is going to make Psi Orbs beneficial for fighter characters, which is going to be for 3 units on my crew, so that's pretty cool. I'm actually getting Psi Orbs beneficial enable on Luffy, and Sanji, so that is pretty nice. But he doesn't really make it beneficial for anybody else, so that means my entire team has 5 out of 7 matching, and then there are 3 characters in my team with 6 out of 7 matching, which is a very odd occurrence for having on an all Straw Hat kind of legend meme team. So very cool. He's going to deal 150 times attack and psi damage to 1 enemy, and then if His HP is above 50% at the time the special is activated. Boosts the attack of fighter characters by 2.25 for 1 turn. And if Sanji is your friend or captain or guest captain, he's going to then reduce chain multiplier limit and chain coefficient limit for 10 turns. Now, I don't really get to use the second part of that special because, of course, he's not my captain in this video, but Sanji is going to give me that 2.25 times type boost for fighter characters, which is going to boost the last 3 characters on my team if I'm attacking with Snake Man, and Sanji last. So that is very nice. Alright guys, my name is Sekapoko. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this final format with the new showcases and stuff. I had fun making the video, so it was a really cool video all around. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, like, subscribe, all the fun stuff, and you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.